Hello BattleTech fans, we have another video for you. So if you've been watching what's going on, we have a scenario coming up and Tarron's going to be the defender.
Yes.
And he puts some forces up and for you guys to choose.
We've put the choices out there, but recording this right now, I haven't seen which one you've picked. So this is going to be a shock either way, but you won't get to see this until the vote's done. So just bear that in mind. Anyway,
all right.
Your force reveal swoosh?
Yes, that's it.
Before you start, sir, I want to make some guesses.
All right.
I'm into the guess mode because we did that thing with the things and you made me guess what you would take. Well, let me guess what you're going to take.
Of all the years and all the games we've played and everything we've discussed, what would I take?
What I am not going to do is nail it down to specifics, okay? I'm not going to say you're definitely going to take a this or a that or a this or this model of this one, right? But what I am going to say is given the fact that you can take out half a ton of something to make a seat for someone in a mech, I don't think you're going to take a transport unit. It's possible, but I don't think you will. We'll see. But what I will say is there is going to be at least one of the Hawk variant mechs, because it's light, it's fast maneuverable. You'll have at least one, if not two or three, 696s, possibly a 711-7. I would put a Wraith or something in there that's 711-7, but that's just me.
The Wraith is a good mech.
It's a solid mech. It'd be hard to drop half a ton from that. But it would be able to get in and out with all the other ones that are maybe doing that sort of stuff.
Super
and
fast,
all pulse lasers, so solid mech. I reckon you've got probably a Hawk of one, either a Shadow or a Phoenix Hawk with the high jumps, or
so something around that weight,
that weightish, that 696 sort of movement, and that kind of limits your weight. There might be some lighter mechs that I can't think of that have a 696 profile, but most of them are like the Shadow Hawk, the Phoenix Hawk, the
Valkyrie has that too, which is what, 40 tons or something, I think it was?
Yeah, and some of those, or at least quite a lot of those, have machine guns and machine gun ammo. So you could easily drop half a ton of machine gun ammo to make space for the guy that we're supposed to be picking up. So I think that's probably going to be the way you go. I think you've gone 4. I think you've gone all mechs. I think you've gone all jump. And I'm fairly certain that at least half your force will have a 696 or higher. And I don't think you're going to have any heavies or over. I think they're all going to be either lights or mediums. But I could be wrong there. So,
well, I mean,
yeah. Let's see how well I did.
Well, I mean, you're guessing also based on the fact that the table. This is the table we're going to be playing on. We've got a standard sort of mat.
Yep.
We play on the 2-inch hexes.
Yeah.
So it's a bit bigger. So it's about 2 boards long or something like that.
Something
I don't know.
That, yeah.
We might shorten it because it's only like one lance. Well, lance was the limit. So
yeah,
the
compound's going to be fairly small.
Yeah.
And that's where the majority of the action is going to be happening. There isn't really very much long-range firepower on my side, but you didn't know that at the time. So I think fast and maneuverable is going to be the order of the day.
Well, I've got 8 turns to basically get onto the board, get inside, scan, do damage to the building so the dude can get out, and shove him in a box so we can get him out.
That's why I'm thinking
just got to get him out of the compound.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking you've got at least half your force is going to be 696 or higher. I reckon you probably found a couple of 711-7s that I haven't known about, and I'm going to go, I want one. But I think there'll be at least 696 for at least 2 of them, and maybe backup coming with stuff.
Because if you don't have jump, then you've got to take down a wall or a door. No, the door is probably the way to go, because that was a little bit weaker, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that. I think we made it slightly easier to break down.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't think that's what you're going to do. I mean, you could get like a couple of atlases and run straight at the thing and take the door down in one turn and blast the thing and get him in there and get him out. And maybe you'd be able to do that, but I don't think so. I mean, it's going to be a fairly compact thing, and it's going to be even more compact because it's going to majority happen inside that box, inside the fortress.
Yeah.
So I reckon get in there and out as fast as possible. And I think, yeah, 696 or up, medium, unless there's a heavy that I can't think of that has 696 or 7117, I think it's probably going to be mediums.
Yeah. I mean, it's 5,000 BV, you know. I'm pleasantly surprised that you did not take like a demolisher tank, which is what you had talked about. It confines like that with 2 AC-20s. That's a lot.
Trust
of
me,
hurt.
I considered it.
Yeah.
I've got one, I'm pretty sure. And I know you've got a couple.
Yeah.
And the other one that came to mind was the Saladins and the Hetzers. They definitely came to my head.
Hetzer's pretty good. It's like 40 tons and things like that. It's 20 points is 20 points, man. You do that. You hit something with that, it's really going to hurt.
But like I say, that was a BV sink. It was like if you take out any of motive hits on that and it can't turn or it can't move, then it's out of the game basically, because you're just going to run around from its fire arc, because the Hetzer is stuck with a forward front arc and the Saladin's stuck with a forward front arc.
Yeah.
The Demolisher has a turret, but if you lock the turret up, that's stuck where it is. Yeah. So, you know, there's too many things that can go wrong with the vehicles for me to use BV to get a vehicle. I wanted to take a Demolisher. I actually wanted to take a Demolisher too, because I think
they're like 1,000 or something though.
But they're pre-3070, I'm pretty sure. So I could have taken the one with the 1-on-1, like the LPX and the Ultra or whatever.
Yeah, it's nasty.
That would have been horrific, but yeah. So anyway,
all right,
let's see what you got.
All right, look, you know I'm a big fan of the Zeus. Okay, we've talked about it a lot. I've talked about it a lot. Yep. Okay, well, the first mech is not a Zeus.
Okay.
All right, so there you go.
The last mech is a Zeus.
Could be. All right.
You mongrel. Oh.
Dude. Komodo. Mr.
Dude.
Origamo or whatever, however that state goes, Mr. Look, when you started talking about the Komodo in the last video, like picking your forces, it's good. I just went from the point where, yes, it's designed to go after battle armor and things like that, but what can it do against a mech? Okay, how it doesn't have a lot of armor. It was designed with armor to take on the clan battle armor, which is like small lasers and SRM2s.
Yeah.
Okay, so the anti-missile system, it's got 2 anti-missile systems, so that helps with that. I didn't know what you were going to take. I figured that maybe you might put some missiles on the turret side of things. So I said, look, I want to take something that can handle that. All right. But it also has the Guardian ECM, which I'm going to need if I want to find the dude. And 5 points of damage from one laser is exactly what I need to hit the building to do the damage.
That is so freaky.
Right, so
I felt like I was having deja vu then when you put that down. I thought, why have you got
Yeah.
my model? What are you doing?
Give me that back. But it looks really cool, and I like the new art that they've done for it. We're having a look at it before, but I like this one too. That looks great. It's a great mech.
For close quarters, it's a solid mech. I mean, it does more damage than an Act 20, like a Hunchback or something like that. It's got more damage than a Hunchback.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
And as we discussed in my video, the heat isn't as big a problem as you might think it is. It's a solid amount of heat, but it's got a solid amount of heat sinks.
Yeah.
I think you're only, what did we work out? It was 2 points?
Yeah, it's
2 points per round.
14 double heat sinks.
Yeah.
So look, if the anti-missile system starts firing off, that's a couple of heat for each of those. That's 1 heat per anti-missile system, I think, when that fires.
Is it?
It does.
Okay.
I think it does have heat. But that's fine. It's stopping missiles from damaging
And
you.
if you're jumping, then you have to knock a couple of the medium lasers off, otherwise you can overheat quite badly.
Yeah, true.
But you can walk or stand still and fire everything and only build up a couple of points of heat. You could do that for 2 rounds, take a movement penalty, drop like 2 of them off and bleed all the heat out, and you're fine.
So if you're running, run 7, but it can run 8. If you're running, there's your +3. And if you're jumping the full 5, that's also a +3. I needed something that, if it hasn't got the armor, that can at least generate some modifiers. It's going to make it harder for this guy to hit me. That's what I wanted.
That is so freaky. I wouldn't have picked you taking one of them in a million years.
Yeah.
But well done.
It's good. Yeah.
Well done.
This guy has a standard pilot. He's just 4.5.
Okay.
I just 4-5 with him just to see how he goes. It would have been nice to have a better gunnery and things like that, considering how many lasers I'm going to be firing. But it's like, if I'm firing that many, maybe just the statistics of rolling lots of dice, I might get some hits. So that's cool.
Well, if you guys pick a Komodo version from my lists, then I'm going to use my Komodo to take your Komodo out because
there we go.
They will be better rivals, sir. Because that is a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You are putting a hell of a lot of damage down.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously not as accurate as your pilots and things like that. So that's that. I think it will be a factor. Of course, it's going to be a factor because...
Well, I put, what did I put, like two
threes or three
twos?
Or something. Yeah, it was...
So, it could be a problem for you, but I don't think it's going to be a huge problem. We'll see.
So, yeah, I was talking about a Zeus before.
And you did take one, did you?
Yeah. Well, not this time. Not for this second mech.
You're a horrible man. Oh, my God!
What's better than one Komodo? 2 Komodos.
I didn't have
One
a second
Komodo,
model.
2 Komodos.
It's a good thing I didn't ask you if you had any Komodo models because you're using them. You've only got 2, haven't you?
That's it. But I mean, more lasers, same sort of thing. He's, again, basic pilot. All right, so I'm just doubling up on that. You've now got 2 mechs with jump, decent speed, anti-missile system. They both have the Guardian. It's good. It just seemed good, and it's like if they're running around in pairs, picking one target, potentially you're doing a lot of damage there. So that's good. So
that was solid.
Yeah, and that was my second choice. So a lance of up to 4 units. So I've still got some. So I think what was the base 1,400 and
1,533 for the Kim 2. Yeah, 1,533. I upped mine to a 2-3 pilot in Force 1.
Yeah,
and a
1,533.
2-3 pilot in Force 3.
Yeah.
So I've got, in the 2 that I've got listed there with Komodos, I've got 2-3 pilots in them.
Yeah. So.
Wow. You know I like the Zeus. Well, it's not this one.
But I do like the Zeus. So the thing is, both of these guys have tag. Okay, so
yes,
we're using the technology here that there are like some fancy sort of LRM ammo and things like that.
If you've taken an Arrow 4 catapult, I will hurt you right now, right here in front of all of those people.
You'll be happy to know that it is not
an Arrow 4 catapult.
It's not a catapult.
Oh, I'm going to hurt you anyway. I am going to hurt you anyway.
So the Draconis Combine has a lovely mech, heavy mech, called the Obakemono.
I think I know that one.
You should.
That's the one with like the Arrow 4s on the...
It's an 80-ton mech, 4.6. It's got 2 medium lasers as its backup little weapons or whatever, but it is a support mech, so a mobile artillery mech, and it has 2 Arrow 4 launchers on it.
I'm going to die.
So having one of those sitting at the back and just firing, so these guys can move in. Now, we've talked about tag and we've talked about artillery, but we've never actually used them in a game.
Not technically, no. I've used tag and missiles, but not artillery.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So basically how that works is you use your tag before, it's after movement, but before you declare your shooting. So you use your tag, which is basically the same sort of range as a large laser, and you just roll to hit. So you're tagging, you're rolling to hit. So any homing missiles that are over that board section, you can then use those tags to target those, to attack the target that you've tagged, and that's 20 points. It's basically you're shooting AC-20 shells onto the battlefield.
Yeah, it's insanely cool.
And I thought that would be really fun. Not for Tarron, but for me. It would be really fun. And then I thought, no, bugger that. Let's just have another Komodo. It would have been good, but the fact is I need to be able to get it. So the thing is, this is what I'm taking. They're all the same, all just standard pilots, 3 Komodos working together as a team to take down whatever they can. They all focus in on one and just try to take it down.
I'm not happy that you're moving in on my territory, okay? This is my thing. You are not allowed to do this. I'm Mars. But it's a cool system.
Three mechs, all with Guardian. They can all spot, all do the amount of damage that they need. It's all good. I haven't modified them to basically have anyone sit in them. And against what you said, I did actually take a transport.
Oh, okay.
I'm going for a transport.
So a VTOL...
No. It's basically just a tracked transport. Just a basic APC, tracked APC.
So how are you going to get it in there to where he is?
Well, the thing is, I can still shoot the doors down
and
walls. So a tract can go over that sort of terrain. That's the problem.
Yes.
But you can't, like a hover, and I don't think a wheeled can. I think a wheeled can go over it, but a tract can definitely go over it, so that's not a problem.
Yeah. So you're going to blow a hole in the wall with one of them and drive him over the rubble.
I think, the doors are weaker, so that's a good option
if
I wanted to. But we've got, I get a bonus to hit the walls because they're an immobile target. So chances are, if I fire all my medium lasers, I should be able to hit with enough of them to do enough damage to bring it down. I'm going to be taking fire myself. That's the only problem. It's like the armor is not there, so that's sort of what I've got to worry about.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so only wheeled and naval are from rubble.
So rubble.
Yeah. So it's got wheeled and naval vessels as prohibited units. So yes, you can take a tracked unit over rubble for +1.
Although a hover would also do it. So the hovers move fast, but they're just, I don't know. I wanted something that it's going to get shot at.
Yeah.
It doesn't move as fast, but it's going to get shot. I think it moves 5'8" or something like that. So it's,
something like that.
I'm not worried about shooting its two little machine guns with it. It's not going to do much. So I'm going to be going full pelt 8 to try and get those modifiers up. It doesn't have a lot of armor. It's going to be a target. I know it's going to be a target. So I have to be careful when I bring it out. I mean, you might actually go hunting it. Some of your stuff is fast as well. So I've got to worry about that.
If you haven't adjusted any of these guys at all to carry an extra person, you haven't dropped the half ton at all, no. So we haven't done that, then the only thing that can actually win you the game is get him in that transport.
Yep.
So the transport needs to die.
Yes.
As long as I can kill the transport, you can blow holes in the wall all you like. It doesn't matter.
No.
You can't take it away. So he better be protected.
It's a bit of a, I wasn't quite sure how it was going to go, but if I have to keep that protected.
God.
But it gives you, it changes. I thought, look, I'll do it that way because maybe Tarron will think about, do I stay where I am and let him come to me, or do I send a unit out to go after the transport, which will leave less in there, and how's that going to affect that, and all that sort of thing. So the board's not big. So
no.
There's not a lot of places that I can hide them, but he's got to be on the board.
Probably going to be having the fortress in less than one map sheet. So it'll only be about 8 or 9 hexes across each side.
Yeah.
At the most.
Yeah.
So it's
there's
very
pressure.
Small. Yeah.
There's pressure. But I'm hoping that 3 Komodos with basic pilots, with all of those lasers, just rolling enough dice, like your SRM carriers that you were thinking, just if I get a shot off and I'm rolling enough dice, then hopefully I can do enough.
And this is the sort of thing that you can do when you're force building, and it's just amazing to sit there and go, this is what I'm bringing, and watch your opponent's face go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough points for 4 Komodos, but that's okay. I've only got 3.
But 3 in a transport is not a bad move. Yeah.
So we'll see. Look, I was thinking maybe VTOLs. I could take a VTOL. That'd be quick to get in there. But then the LBX cannons. You only need like 1 or 2 LBX cannons. So you hit those rotors. That's it. It's done.
Yeah.
It's done. So it's too risky. They're fast. But
so that's I could have sworn you were going to come out with like a couple of Shadow Hawks or Phoenix Hawks with half a ton of machine gun ammo removed, and you'd be able to like leap over and have some backup stuff and blow a hole in the wall, and he would get in one of them and then he'd just leap back out again, and I'd be stuffed. And that was why I wanted to do super high damage as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And he does that.
One of the mechs I was thinking of swapping out was a penetrator.
Oh, I think I know that one. Isn't that like another laser boat?
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot heavier. I think it's like 70 or something. 464 movement, 2 ER large, and 6 medium pulse lasers.
That's right. Yes.
But it's like you fire the 2 long and then you fire the small ones when you get in close. So it's accurate fire. It does have a bit of a heat issue, but so do these. So like whatever. But it's got a bit more armor, a lot more internal armor because it's a heavier chassis.
Yeah.
It does still have an anti-missile system, which is nice. I think it's on the head or something, or the chest.
Yeah,
or the head
that's very good.
But yeah, something with an anti-missile system is always good. And of course, I was looking at the Zeus. It's 5'8" movement. It doesn't have jump, but it does have some long-range weapons. We're talking ERPPC, ER large, and LRM-15 for the one I was choosing. Heat issue's not a problem. Rear-firing weapons, a medium pulse, I think. It's got a medium pulse on the front. It was good, and it was like, I could probably. I don't think I could have modified the pilot. But you've got a much heavier chassis, lots of armor, good long range. It was good. I really, really, really thought about it. I thought, oh, come on, Komodos.
Just take 3
Komodos.
They're so cute.
They are. It's a Komodo fest. Komodo fest.
I honestly didn't even know you had 3. I knew you had one, but I didn't know you had 3. But you got any more in there?
That's it.
Well, holy crap.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm on the fence about it. I think it has potential. It's the armor that's got me worried. You know?
Well, that was what was worrying me with my choice of a Komodo, was the fact that it doesn't really have as much armor as you think it could have. But it is still really high damage really quickly, and in close quarters, that is, especially in this scenario, I think that's one thing that we're looking at as, like, you kind of have to have that. If you can't do a good 50 or 60 points of damage in a turn to something, then they're going to have time to get what they want and get out.
Yeah, that's right.
And you don't want that. You want to drop them as quickly as possible.
But even if you could do enough damage to just cripple, you just need to cripple the opponent mech, so it's got some modifiers to shoot, or it loses some weapons, or it starts overheating a bit.
Yeah.
Just shut it down a bit. But
I think most of the Komodo, well, a few of the Komodo weapons are in the arms. There's like 2 lasers in each arm.
they're all in the arm.
They're all in the arm.
In this one, they're all in the arm.
I thought they had some in the torso.
No.
Too.
No, all in the arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they wanted that so as you could, like because
there's 5 in each arm because there's 5
the field of
in
fire,
a point.
field of fire and things like that. I mean, you're going after something that inherently moves
very, very
slower
quickly
than them, but they do jump. They do jump, and they can be a problem.
But these guys are for, what's their move?
585.
It is a 585.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I was thinking about the other one, the A upgrade, which swaps one of the arm weapons, drops the mediums for a single ER large.
Yes.
So you're doing a bit more damage in one hit,
too.
but it's, with the pilot, it's the BV doesn't change enough to warrant getting like an increase in gunnery. You still can't really do it. So it's like, I'd rather, considering the whole point is I'm going to be in there, I don't really need something outright. I mean, going after those turrets would be nice. Not knowing what was going to be on the turrets at one point, but still, now that I know what's on there,
you could have been looking at like 150 points to get through those turrets if I'd gone bananas.
Yeah, you could have gone bananas with it.
It was up in the air about what was actually going to happen with the turrets. So
have you got the Komodo there?
Got the Komodo. So the 2A is the one that takes 5 of the medium lasers out and gives it an ER large.
Yeah.
And that is 1415 BV.
Okay, yeah, it does drop. So
it drops a smidge.
So we're looking at an extra 300 odd BV. Look, it's not nothing.
So
I doubt you could get a gunner. You could probably get a piloting increase with that.
You've got 115 points there. So it goes from 1,533 down to 1,415. So you've dropped basically 115 points.
Yeah. I mean, I could have mixed and matched. I could have just had one with the ER large and just see how it goes.
You could have gone with the 3064 variant 2C that takes the tag unit out and replaces it with a C3 slave, which is not bad.
Yeah, but then I'd have to get all the other...
You have to get one that's got a master then.
Master.
But you can find a transport unit with a master, probably.
True, yeah.
if you're gonna be using a transport unit.
Yeah. I looked at that, and I looked at taking a
Wait a minute.
Naginata.
The 3C Komodo has a master in it.
Oh yeah, but it's got like 2 points of armor probably. They weigh like 5 tons. Take out weapons? It must have taken out
It
weapons.
removes 2 double heat sinks and 2 medium lasers and the tag.
Okay.
So it doesn't lose any armor. Okay. It loses a little bit of heat sinking capability, but it loses 2 of the things that are causing heat. So it's not a big thing, but it gets a C3 master for 1,371. And the Kim 2C is 1,533, which is exactly the same as the standard Komodo.
The C3 Master has the tag capability anyway, but I've got no arrow for. I decided not to go there.
You had me pooing myself.
Yeah. Look, I just like, yeah, but I mean, that's like a big unit that's at the back of the field that it's not really designed to get in there. Look, it had cluster munition. You know, I could have just blanketed the whole area with stuff just to make it interesting.
And
the
cool thing about it is that it isn't affected with the tag, so that the ECMs don't affect tag.
No.
And they don't, as far as I can tell, they don't affect the missiles that rely on tag either.
No.
So you've got that, and the NARC missile beacon is affected by ECM, but tag and semi-guided missiles are not, which means that you can fire your stuff in there when you've got someone with an ECM blocking everything else. You can tag them and just knock them out.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I like that. But the Master Komodo and the Slave Komodo, the 2C and the 3Cs, you could get 2 2Cs and a 3C and make them C3 slaved.
Yeah.
And you could have that whole thing just working at short range the whole time. They're just bouncing around and getting short range modifiers.
Yeah. But I think, at a point we're going to be at like range 3.
Yeah, you're going to all be at point blank anyway.
I mean, these units they won't punch if they've been shooting, but they can kick. You know, and you're going to be doing that with your mechs because you're not shooting. So we're going to be right in there.
But you've got 3 ECMs and I've only got the 1, so there's no point me turning mine into an ECCM because it's not going to. They cancel on a 1-for-1 basis. Yeah. So my ECM can be switched to ECCM, which then counters 1 opponent ECM.
Yeah.
But it does not counter 3 of them. So as long as you can get at least 2 of them covering the area.
I would still do it because I would still do it for you. Because if I'm
still
left with one and I still haven't found the guy, that's a problem. Because you don't know what's going to happen. It could be first shot of the game, just take something out. It happens.
But that's the other thing is the ECM covers a 9 radius. It's a 9 bubble, isn't it?
6.
Or is it 6?
I thought it was 6.
I think it's 6.
Something like that.
So it's a 6 bubble. But that's, I mean, the fortress is probably only going to be about 9 or 10 across. So as long as you get one at least close to in there, you're going to be covering the whole thing, which means as long as you've got more than my ECCM, it's going to go bing.
Yeah, that's right.
So...
so there we go. I foregoed artillery, which would have been fun. It would have been nice to show that off. But I think, no, I didn't take a Zeus.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
You've been talking it up.
Yeah, I'm feeling weird about it a bit. But that's okay.
All right.
3 Komodos. We'll see how they go.
So I whiffed on that guess. I would have had at least one Shadowhawk, a Phoenix Hawk, or something like that in there.
I considered the Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine.
That's a solid design, and it had jump. There's variants with jump.
It's a 585 as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
jump.
Yeah. I mean, there's some without the jump, but they had a lot more weapons. Yeah. We're talking like higher caliber autocannons and stuff like that, which is nice.
But I wouldn't have picked 3 Komodos in a million years. I would have taken 3 Komodos.
3 Komodos.
if I had thought harder about it, I probably would have. Or if I had 3 Komodo models, I probably would have taken 3 Komodos.
Yeah.
But no.
The other one I was thinking was the Black Hawk Coup.
Yes.
But it's an Omni, so you're paying premium for Omni, and it's not really. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to upgrade a few fire starters, take the upgraded version of the fire starters, and use them. And then I thought, you need something else. You need something else.
Need something else.
Don't just take a fire starter And then, yeah, it was like, oh, the Venom. The Venom's pretty good.
Venom is cool.
And that is where the Venom came in. And then I just went Larks after that. But that's a cool force.
So
I
there
like
we
that.
go.
I think you're gonna win with that.
Nice and simple as far as remembering weapons and all that sort of thing. You've got 3 designs that are exactly the same. It's sort of how it is when you're...
And they're all numbered.
Yeah, they're all numbered, which is nice. This is my Merc force, but I mean, this is what you sort of see with house units, you know? You go to war, you've got like a company worth of the same mech.
Yeah.
No one cares. They're all really good. So you got 12 mechs that are the same, and they just stomp in there and do their thing.
12 Komodos.
12 Komodos. That would be nice.
That would be cool.
So there we go.
Anywho.
So that's it. So this is what I'm taking against Tarron, the force that you chose, and we're
yeah, hopefully we'll pick the right one. I hope you pick the right one.
You'll be right. You'll be right. You'll be right.
God, I hope
And
those SRM
if you're not
carriers
right, you can blame everybody else.
Yeah,
see?
I can just say they screwed it up. Yeah.
That's it. It's nothing to do with me. Yeah.
All good.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much, and please subscribe. Thank you for supporting us. For those of you who are with us and watched all the videos, there's heaps of BattleTech videos. If this is your first video that you've watched of ours, go and watch some of the others,
God.
because we talk about like the rules. We do battle reports. We do all sorts.
We're going to
of
be
stuff.
starting aerospace very soon.
Yeah, that's right. So that'll be starting very soon as well. All right. Thank you, everyone.
All good.
We'll see you in the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.